Welcome to Audiobook Zone. Imagine if you could unlock the secrets to both wealth and happiness, not through luck or privilege, but through skills you can actually learn. Naval Ravikant, one of today's most influential thinkers, believes that anyone can build a life of prosperity and fulfillment if they embrace a few core principles. This isn't a guide to get-rich-quick schemes or vague motivational quotes. In this video, we're diving deep into Naval's actionable strategies, ways to make smarter choices, gain unique skills, and build genuine happiness. Stick around, and let's uncover insights that could change the way you live. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe to the channel and like the video to support our next video. Section 1. Building Wealth. Building wealth isn't just about working hard, it's a skill anyone can learn. True wealth isn't just money or status but consists of assets that grow on their own, like businesses, investments, and intellectual property. Money is simply a way to exchange value, while status only ranks you within a social hierarchy. When the goal is lasting wealth, focus on creating assets that continue to generate income without constant effort. Wealth creation starts with shifting the mindset. Ethical wealth creation is possible, and pursuing wealth by providing real value is essential. Genuine wealth is built not by playing games that elevate social status or by cutting corners but by creating things that benefit society. The more people believe in creating wealth ethically, the more they align with long-term financial success. 1. Focus on ownership and equity. One fundamental principle is that wealth comes through ownership, not by renting out time. Working for wages can be limiting since time is finite, and income depends on hours worked. To achieve financial independence, seek ownership in a business, product, or intellectual property that grows in value even without active involvement. This can be through stocks, owning a business, or developing unique intellectual property. Equity provides a stake in the upside, giving the ability to earn passively and independently. Owning assets allows for financial freedom, offering a reliable path to income beyond one's active working years. Those who build lasting wealth usually do so by starting or investing in businesses that scale and continue to generate income even when they step away. 2. Develop specific knowledge. A powerful way to build wealth is through specific knowledge, a unique skill set that isn't acquired through formal education but instead through genuine curiosity, passion, and experience. This knowledge is often something that feels natural and enjoyable, activities that others might see as work but feel effortless. People often find specific knowledge by reflecting on skills or activities they enjoyed as children or hobbies that naturally capture their attention. Specific knowledge is valuable because it's something that can't be easily taught or replaced. For example, someone might have a talent for sales or deep technical skills. These skills can't be outsourced or automated easily, making them rare and valuable. When specific knowledge aligns with one's strengths and interests, it creates an advantage, making them uniquely suited for roles where they can excel without feeling drained. For example, a natural salesperson may have developed people skills through early social interactions. A technology enthusiast, on the other hand, might have taught themselves coding just for fun. These skills form the foundation of wealth building because they make individuals irreplaceable in their field. 3. Take accountability and build credibility. Another essential factor is accountability, or being willing to take responsibility for one's actions and outcomes. Those who take accountability, working under their own name and standing. By their work, develop credibility and trust. Accountability allows others to see you as reliable, which is crucial for building a reputation. Taking risks under your own name brings both potential rewards and the possibility of failure, but it is this commitment that leads to meaningful success. By taking ownership of one's work, credibility grows over time, which can lead to leverage and influence. Trustworthiness brings greater responsibilities and opportunities as people see the individual as capable and committed. This principle of accountability not only separates those who achieve long-term success but also builds a solid reputation that pays off in the future. For instance, people often hesitate to share their opinions openly due to the risk of backlash, but those who do and stand by their ideas gain credibility. This is how leaders emerge. By taking risks that align with their beliefs and work, they attract attention, trust, and opportunities. 4. Leverage, multiply your efforts. Leverage is a powerful wealth-building tool. It means using resources to multiply efforts without requiring more work. There are 3 main types of leverage: labor, capital, and products with low marginal costs, like software or media. Labor, the oldest form, involves having others work for you. It's helpful, but managing people can be challenging and is limited by the need for strong leadership skills. Capital, or using money to make more money, is another effective form of leverage. It has helped many amass wealth over the past century, especially those in fields like finance and investment. However, the most modern and accessible form of leverage today is through media or code, products that scale without additional resources. Code and media have transformed wealth creation by allowing ideas, software, and content to reach vast audiences without needing direct human involvement. For example, software can serve millions overnight, or a video can educate thousands worldwide. This form of leverage is unique because it's permissionless. Anyone with access to a computer or platform can create content or code, amplifying their reach. These types of leverage mean that individuals can now reach large audiences without incurring extra costs, democratizing wealth building. The key is creating something valuable that many people want, then using leverage to reach them. 5. Play long-term games with long-term people. One of the most rewarding principles in wealth building is compound interest, not just financially but also in relationships, knowledge, and trust. Compounding means gains build over time, so each success makes the next one more achievable. Surround yourself with people who also think long-term, focusing on trust and integrity, and invest in relationships with those who value ethical success. Long-term games can be played with people who are patient, persistent, and driven by more than short-term gains. This applies to business partnerships and personal relationships alike. Working with those who have integrity creates an environment of mutual trust, enhancing growth and compounding value over time. Whether it's in money, knowledge, or networks, the compounding effect accelerates wealth building. For example, business partnerships that last decades become simpler because trust grows, making interactions smooth and less focused on negotiation. With compounding relationships, those involved see value increase beyond the initial gains as mutual interests align for success. 6. Embrace lifelong learning. In today's fast-changing world, learning continuously is more valuable than ever. Rather than focusing on specific degrees or courses, building wealth requires adaptability and the ability to pick up new skills quickly. The goal is to be self-sufficient and capable of learning anything needed to achieve goals. Continuous learning offers flexibility and resilience, enabling one to stay relevant and competitive. Foundational knowledge is particularly important. Rather than specializing too early, aim to be skilled in essentials like basic economics, psychology, and technical understanding. These basics will allow you to understand trends and opportunities as they arise. Additionally, lifelong learners stay curious, which allows them to see opportunities others may miss. A mindset focused on growth and knowledge ensures that one is always equipped for the future, regardless of industry changes. 7. Productize yourself. Productizing means packaging one's skills and knowledge into a product or service that can be scaled. Yourself implies that the product should be something unique to you, your insights, skills, or expertise that can't be easily replicated. Productizing transforms individual expertise into scalable products, like books, courses, or software, which have value beyond individual work hours. A productized version of yourself doesn't just multiply your earnings but also builds a brand around your specific knowledge. It allows for consistent income generation without active work involvement. For instance, a software developer could create an app that continues to generate revenue long after it's built. Similarly, a writer could earn from books, reaching audiences even without daily involvement. The process of productizing requires understanding personal strengths and how they can be turned into something tangible. This approach to wealth creation focuses on scalability, making it possible to reach financial freedom faster by amplifying your impact. Section 2. Building judgment. Building good judgment is a powerful asset, especially in today's world where a single right decision can yield significant rewards. Unlike raw intelligence or technical skill, judgment is about applying wisdom to choices with long-term impacts. It enables people to identify and pursue paths that lead to lasting success rather than temporary wins. At its core, judgment combines experience and deep thinking. It's not just about making quick decisions but understanding the long-term consequences and selecting the path that aligns with meaningful outcomes. Building judgment is essential, as it allows for more effective decision-making, especially when navigating complex or uncertain situations. Understanding the value of judgment. In many ways, judgment is underrated. Hard work has its place, but it's ultimately judgment that determines the direction one takes, especially in high-leverage situations. Instead of simply working harder, it's often more impactful to make one well-informed choice that opens doors to substantial opportunities. While working diligently helps in developing skills, judgment requires practice, patience, and learning from both successes and failures. Good judgment grows from real experiences and understanding foundational knowledge. How to think clearly. Clear thinking is essential for judgment, as it cuts through confusion and simplifies decision-making. Clarity comes from building knowledge piece by piece, mastering basics before moving to complex concepts. This approach is similar to math. Trigonometry makes no sense without first understanding arithmetic and geometry. Complex ideas are accessible only when one fully grasps simpler, fundamental concepts. Clear thinkers avoid relying on jargon or complex explanations, instead making ideas straightforward and understandable. One can often gauge the depth of someone's knowledge by their ability to explain things simply. Clarity is a better goal than appearing smart, as it facilitates true understanding and effective communication. Avoiding cognitive biases. Sound judgment is often blocked by biases and preconceived notions. These biases cloud reality, leading people to make decisions based on assumptions rather than facts. The mind often forms shortcuts, but these shortcuts can lead to errors in judgment, especially when they're based on habits or emotions rather than reason. To see reality as it is, it's important to shed labels and identities that limit perspective. Instead of sticking to rigid beliefs or social identities, clear thinkers are willing to reassess their views when presented with new information. This openness allows them to adjust their understanding and remain aligned with the truth, even as circumstances change. Building a collection of mental models. Mental models are tools for understanding the world and making better decisions. They're simplified representations of complex processes, giving structure to thoughts and providing frameworks for thinking through problems. Some essential models come from fields like game theory, microeconomics, and evolutionary biology, as these areas provide foundational principles that apply to a wide range of scenarios. For instance, understanding supply and demand can inform decisions in business, while concepts from game theory can reveal the dynamics of cooperation and competition. Mental models serve as cognitive shortcuts, helping to identify patterns and predict outcomes without needing extensive calculations or data. One effective approach to building mental models is learning from thinkers who specialize in them, such as Charlie Munger, who emphasizes using a broad range of models from different disciplines. This approach encourages integrating insights from various fields, resulting in a more flexible and comprehensive understanding. Making effective decisions. Good decision-making requires balancing action with careful consideration. Sometimes, it's better to delay decisions until more information is available, while other times, immediate action is necessary. A guiding principle in tough choices is, if you can't decide, the answer is no. This rule emphasizes the value of certainty, suggesting that if a decision doesn't feel clear, it may not be worth pursuing. When faced with two challenging options, choose the one with short-term discomfort but long-term benefits. The mind naturally avoids pain, leading people to opt for easy paths, but genuine growth often requires overcoming initial difficulties. In the long run, the choice that offers more growth will lead to better outcomes. Learning to read for wisdom. Reading is one of the best ways to improve judgment. By studying great thinkers, scientists, and philosophers, one can internalize timeless ideas that apply to real-world situations. The goal is to develop a solid foundation of principles that remain applicable across various contexts. Focus on classics, foundational works, and rigorous texts to build a robust base of knowledge. Reading effectively means prioritizing quality over quantity. Not all books are equally valuable, and some may contain ideas that don't stand the test of time. Select texts that provide lasting insights rather than simply popular or trendy content. The most valuable works challenge the mind, encourage clear thinking, and expand perspectives. Section 3. Learning happiness. Happiness is not something people inherit or stumble upon, it's a skill that can be cultivated with consistent practice and intention. Many assume happiness depends on external factors like wealth or success, but true happiness arises from internal choices and habits. This approach treats happiness as a learned skill, much like physical fitness or nutrition. Happiness as a choice. Happiness is a deliberate choice rather than a byproduct of external achievements. It requires an understanding that peace and satisfaction come from within, not from acquiring more. By deciding that happiness matters and prioritizing it, people can focus on cultivating the inner conditions that make it possible. This shift allows one to build happiness from the inside out, rather than constantly seeking it through external changes. The role of presence. A key part of achieving happiness is staying present. Often, people's minds are filled with regrets about the past or plans for the future, which pulls them away from appreciating the current moment. Happiness emerges when the mind is calm, focused on the present, and free from unnecessary desires. Simple practices like meditation or mindful breathing can help maintain presence, allowing a fuller experience of each moment and reducing anxieties that often accompany future-oriented thinking. Reducing desires. Desires are often self-imposed sources of unhappiness. When people constantly seek more, they create a cycle where happiness seems perpetually out of reach. By minimizing desires, individuals can achieve contentment with what they have, realizing that they don't need anything more to feel fulfilled. Recognizing the source of each desire and choosing only meaningful ones can reduce the endless pursuit of more and bring a greater sense of peace. Acceptance and peace. True happiness is closely related to peace of mind. Many view happiness as a state of constant joy or excitement, but it's actually about achieving inner peace. This peace comes from accepting things as they are rather than fighting to change everything or hoping for specific outcomes. When people stop attaching happiness to external goals, they find a stable, lasting sense of well-being that doesn't fluctuate with circumstances. Peace also involves lowering expectations and detaching from the constant need to control outcomes. Realizing that life unfolds in ways beyond personal control can help people let go of the mental clutter that prevents happiness. By surrendering the desire for control, they open themselves to the natural flow of life, creating space for inner calm. Building happiness habits. Just like any skill, happiness is built through daily habits. These habits can include mindfulness and meditation. Regular mindfulness or meditation practices help calm the mind, reducing stress and promoting presence. Positive interpretations. Consciously reframing situations in a positive light builds resilience and reduces negativity. Physical health. Getting regular sunlight, exercising, and avoiding stimulants like caffeine contribute to a stable mood, making it easier to cultivate happiness. Avoiding judgment. Constant judgment of others leads to separation and loneliness. Focusing on kindness and acceptance instead fosters a sense of unity and contentment. Reducing digital distractions. Minimizing time on social media and smartphone apps can decrease anxiety and encourage a simpler, more mindful life. With time, these habits build a foundation for a more peaceful and happy life. They serve as mental tools for managing emotions and maintaining balance in challenging times. The power of acceptance. Finally, happiness can be found in accepting things as they are rather than constantly striving to change or resist reality. When people accept life's inherent unpredictability, they free themselves from the stress of trying to control every outcome. Embracing acceptance allows them to move through life with less resistance, finding joy in what each moment offers without the need to alter it. Section 4. Saving yourself. Taking control of one's life means assuming full responsibility for personal growth and well-being. No one else, be it mentors, trainers, or advisors, can save you or make you successful. The most transformative changes happen when you stop looking outside for solutions and begin focusing inward. Embracing this principle allows for a more empowered life, where actions align with individual values and strengths. Choosing authenticity. Authenticity is a fundamental part of self-salvation. Rather than trying to live up to external expectations or copying others' paths, commit to living as yourself. Each person has a unique combination of knowledge, experience, and personality that is irreplaceable. This uniqueness is a strength, and following one's intuition often leads to more satisfying and aligned outcomes than following someone else's blueprint. This mindset shift encourages looking inward for direction. Rather than using checklists or frameworks based on others' experiences, seek to understand what resonates most deeply for you. This involves trusting the inner voice that guides you toward choices that fit naturally. Prioritizing health and well-being. A key aspect of saving oneself is placing high value on physical, mental, and spiritual health. Without a solid foundation of health, it's challenging to achieve anything else. Health forms the basis of productivity and happiness. Prioritize physical well-being through good nutrition, regular exercise, and adequate rest. Modern society often promotes lifestyles that are disconnected from natural rhythms, leading to stress and health issues. Reconnecting with practices that support health, like spending time in nature and maintaining a balanced diet, supports sustainable well-being. Mental health, too, requires attention. Practices like mindfulness, journaling, or simply allowing time for reflection help maintain mental clarity. And peace. Avoiding digital distractions and unnecessary stressors helps clear the mind and allows space for personal growth. Embracing self-discipline. Self-discipline is essential in the journey to self-reliance. Without discipline, it's easy to fall into cycles of procrastination or reliance on others for motivation. Small, consistent steps build habits that lead to long-term results. For example, committing to daily exercise or a regular reading habit, even in small doses, reinforces self-reliance and personal responsibility. One strategy for building discipline is setting realistic, achievable goals. If the aim is to quit a habit or adopt a new one, start small to avoid burnout. Celebrate small wins and gradually increase the challenge. Self-discipline is less about rigid rules and more about understanding what truly serves you and then aligning your actions with that understanding. Freedom from external validation. Another crucial lesson in saving oneself is breaking free from the need for social approval or validation. External validation can create a dependency on others' opinions, leading to actions that don't align with personal values. By focusing on what genuinely matters to you, there's less need to seek others' approval. This shift leads to a greater sense of internal freedom, where your actions are driven by inner purpose rather than societal expectations. Freedom from validation fosters courage and resilience. It empowers individuals to make choices that may be unconventional but are more aligned with their personal values and goals. Lifelong learning and self-improvement. Continuous learning and skill development are fundamental to personal empowerment. Rather than setting rigid goals, creating adaptable systems that support growth encourages long-term success. For instance, instead of aiming for a particular financial target, focus on building skills in areas like persuasion, problem-solving, or communication. Such skills are applicable across various aspects of life, making you more versatile and resilient in the face of challenges. Moreover, learning shouldn't be confined to traditional subjects. Emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and even practices like meditation are invaluable skills. By expanding knowledge in areas that enhance understanding of oneself and others, personal growth becomes a lifelong journey rather than a destination. Accepting the transience of life. Accepting life's impermanence brings peace. Realizing that many of our actions and worries won't matter in the long run helps reduce stress and anxiety. By focusing on the present moment and valuing the time we have, it becomes easier to let go of trivial concerns and instead pursue meaningful experiences and relationships. Keeping mortality in mind serves as a reminder to spend time on what truly matters. This perspective shift encourages letting go of the ego's need for control. Life is full of uncertainties, and trying to control every aspect can lead to frustration. Embracing a flexible, open approach allows one to enjoy the journey rather than fixate on the outcome. Section 5. Philosophy. Life's meaning isn't one size fits all, each person must discover it for themselves. True purpose isn't handed down by others but emerges from individual exploration and personal insight. For some, meaning may not even exist in a grand sense. Instead, it's created by finding fulfillment in present experiences and pursuing what feels genuine. Living by one's values is crucial to leading an authentic life. These values are guiding principles, unique to each individual, shaping choices and relationships. When shared values align with others, connections feel easier, and small conflicts fade in importance. Values also bring clarity, helping individuals focus on what truly matters and avoid meaningless distractions. Embracing the present moment is another vital element. Reality exists only in the now, past and future are mental constructs. Being present means letting go of regrets about the past and anxieties over the future, allowing a person to fully engage with life as it unfolds. Lastly, adopting a rational approach to spirituality, free from unverified beliefs, can help keep the mind clear and grounded. Emphasizing personal experience over dogma encourages a direct, self-reliant path to wisdom. In this way, philosophy becomes a practice of shedding unnecessary beliefs, embracing presence, and leading a life deeply rooted in personal values. Conclusion. In the end, achieving wealth and happiness is not about following a rigid path but about understanding and applying universal principles. Wealth is created by combining specific knowledge, accountability, and leverage, allowing one to earn beyond trading time for money. Happiness, on the other hand, is cultivated by focusing inward, finding peace, and managing desires. Rather than seeking external validation or control over outcomes, true fulfillment comes from embracing self-reliance, presence, and acceptance. These ideas remind us that success and joy are attainable, not by imitating others but by learning to think clearly, act wisely, and live according to our values. It's about making small, intentional choices that build a life aligned with personal truth. Thank you for listening. If these insights resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on building a fulfilling life. Remember, the journey to wealth and happiness begins with self-discovery and intentional action. Join us as we continue to explore and apply timeless wisdom for a better life.